We are at question 3, and we will read the question task first. Which of the following would, if true, most strengthen the author's position regarding the risks of deep well injection of hazardous wastes? So, we're going to treat this as if it were logical reasoning. We're going to find the author's argument. We are going to broadly predict what should strengthen the author's argument. And then we want to cross check our answer choices against that prediction that we have mentally, eliminating answer choices for common wrong argument task reasons. So if we scroll on down, we know where the author's main position is from our introductory main idea highlights that we conducted at the beginning of this passage. So we'll just read that final paragraph to reacquaint ourselves with that position. The significant uncertainty about where injected waste will flow, along with the possibilities of mechanical failure and human error, makes deep well injection a risky means of managing hazardous wastes. Unfortunately, as societies produce more toxic waste, industry will rely increasingly upon this relatively cheap, efficient means of disposal. So, the correct answer here should show that deep well injection is risky, but even though it's risky, because societies are producing more toxic waste, industry is still going to engage in deep well injection. So we need to find an answer choice that shows those two things to be true, or at least one of them, that deep well injection is risky, but people are still going to do it in industry. So starting with choice A, few of the rock formations that industries consider suitable for deep well injection of hazardous waste are adjacent to or connected to sources of drinkable groundwater. Well, if the hazardous wastes are not adjacent to drinkable water, well, now it makes deep well injection seem safer. So this is actually a reversal, and that's one of our common wrong argument task answer choice elimination reasons. So now we're just going to scroll down and we'll just frame up B through D here, knowing that choice A is 100% wrong for the reason we just articulated. Choice B, few of the toxic substances that are commonly disposed of through deep well injection have been thoroughly tested for their effects on non human organisms. Well, this introduces a whole lot of new concepts. What are those tests? Like, what effects are we evaluating? Why do I care about non human organisms? Pick your reason, but hopefully we can eliminate choice B as well pretty readily. Then scrolling down once more because we know B is eliminated, we've got choice C. Many of the sites at which hazardous waste injection wells are drilled are many miles from the industrial facilities that use them for waste disposal. Well, this is a little bit of a trap because you might make a few logical leaps and say, well, I remember from our other main idea sentences in a prior video that the idea of human error comes into this. And maybe if it's further miles, then you're going to have more problems with this deep well injection. But there's a very, very subtle reason this is wrong. This says hazardous waste injection, not deep well injection. This is a term shift, and I can eliminate choice C almost immediately as soon as I find it. Then choice D, the movement of underground water is even more rapid and less predictable than most geologists believe. Well, that's going to give us the reason that this is risky, because if it's rapid and less predictable, there's even more of this significant uncertainty that the author of this passage referred to in that final paragraph. So D strengthens pretty directly. And then choice E, we've got methods of predicting and monitoring the movement of underground water have significantly improved in the time since the author gathered data. Well, if predicting and monitoring the underground water has significantly improved, well, now that lowers that uncertainty. So once again, choice E is going to be a reversal, but choice D you can come to if you just address this logical reasoning in reading comprehension question in the fashion we do for all of our logical reasoning questions.